Hello everyone, my name is Wayne.
And I'm Rebecca.
And we are your Bourbon Journey.
Welcome to episode 40 of Bourbon Trail Tales and Tastes. It was the following week after Castle and Key, and we headed south on the Western Craft Trail to Franklin, Kentucky, very near the Tennessee border. It's April 22nd of 2023. This is distillery number 45 and our 37th stamp on the Kentucky Bourbon Trail. And this is Dueling Grounds Distillery, a fantastic place. And not only did we get our stamp and our 45th distillery, but we got, 2 coins in a row, 2 weeks in a row, the Western Craft coin. So we were pretty excited about that. And then another thing that made this day pretty special is a longtime sorority sister of mine that I've known since the 80s. She met us there with her then boyfriend, now husband, Brian. So Nancy and Brian joined us and did the tour with us and tasting. And then we went to dinner and then we came back and took some more pictures. But that made it extra special. We had never had a friend at that point in time join us on the trail. And it was just fantastic. It just made it extra nice. So what do you recall about arriving and or taking the tour?
Well, it's a small place.
It is.
A very small tasting room up front. The memory I have, we went to the back, we got to see the still. I think it was a pot still. But we got to tour the whole place, got to see everything with it. And I think they were also loading up a truck with barrels.
Yes, they were, because they had some barrels on site. I can show you a picture of that. But they don't keep a ton on site because a lot of the ones that they're wanting to age a little bit longer, at that time they took them over to Wilderness Trail and were using their rick houses to store things in. So, which was neat. I know a lot of people store barrels at Bardstown Bourbon Company, but they're a little more south, so that may have been a little bit better route for them to get, and they've probably been doing it since before Bardstown Bourbon Company was a thing, because they've been around for quite some time. But it was a really good tour. We went up front after the tour and did a tasting, and they gave you like a menu, so you got to pick what your tasting was, which I thought was very unusual. You could pick bourbons, or they also have a lot of moonshines, and so you could select what you wanted on your tasting mat, so to speak. And we all got a little bit something different. Of course, Wayne and I loaded up on the bourbons.
Yep. Also ended up buying a candle, which I completely forgot about it until my wife was gone on a trip just recently. I was in my living room watching TV, and I had the candles there, and I forgot about it, and I lit it and was like, oh, that's right, that's the one I got at the Dueling Grounds.
Yeah, we really appreciate them a lot. We see them every year at the Kentucky Bourbon Festival. We keep saying we're going to go back down there for another visit, and we will. We're planning on, we've been to most of the Western Trail multiple times, but we've only been there once. And they've opened up a new tasting room in Cave City, which might be one of the places where all the caves are, perhaps. Maybe that's why it's called that. So a new tasting room to expand their brand a little bit, but we always enjoy seeing them at the Kentucky Bourbon Festival.
Very nice people.
And we typically buy one of their special single barrels at the festival.
We do.
It has a red label when it's one of the special ones. We just love what they do, and they're super nice people, and we always wish them well.
Absolutely. So Rebecca, why don't you inform our viewers about the bottle that we picked up that day? Because it isn't the red label one, which we've got a couple back here.
Right.
But it's a different one, and you could tell we've actually hit it. But it's been a while since we drank it. Rebecca, what's the hubbub about this bub?
Yeah, I would say it's probably been 18 months since we've touched this bottle, and that's probably why we still have some left, because we were hitting it pretty hard. And then we got the Kentucky Bourbon Festival bottle, and we started working on that one. So this one, it's had some life to it. So we're going to share it today, and let me tell you a little bit about it. This is Linkumpinch Single Barrel Cask Strength. It is a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey made by Dueling Grounds Distillery. It is made with their standard bourbon mash bill, which is 66% yellow dent corn, 22% red winter wheat, 12% malted 2-row barley. This is aged 4 years. It is cask strength, and the proof is 120.5 on this, which is barrel 87. We purchased this on April 22nd of 2023 for $72.50 at Dueling Grounds Distillery in Franklin, Kentucky. And before we get into the tasting, I think we left out a really important piece of the distillery. We didn't talk about why they have their name.
Oh, yes.
We both have their Linkumpinch shirts that have dueling pistols on them. And way back when, if you go to their website, you can read about it. People would come up from Tennessee to have duels. They'd cross the Tennessee line, which is pretty much right there in Franklin, Kentucky, and they would actually have duels on this ground. So it's very historical, and that's why they went with Dueling Grounds. We think the name Linkumpinch is really cool, and we love our shirts. They're awesome, and we get a lot of comments on them when we wear them. So let's check this out. It's a 4-year-old.
The name reminds you of what would happen to you on St. Patrick's Day. You'd get Linkumpinch. That's what I always think about when I think of their name. I'm here all week, try the veal.
Well, we've talked about it before that a lot of the craft distilleries use a little bit different corn, and they are using the yellow dent corn. And they also use red winter wheat. So there is no rye in this, and it's probably one of the reasons we've always loved it. And we've always gotten a little bit of a nutty note on this, which probably comes from the wheat. So we'll find out. I'm letting the legs form, but I'm going to go ahead and take in the nose. Yep, nuttiness for sure. And I think that's coming from that red winter wheat. It's a little different than some wheats.
It's got the sweet component, so the corn is coming through and the wheat is coming through.
It's got a great nuttiness to it. I love it.
I can pick it up just a little bit. My nose goes right for the corn. It's got to be the moonshine part of me. I don't know.
Well, and for me, the nuttiness, it's almost pecan.
Yeah, because it's not peanut.
Yeah, it's more of a pecan nose for me. But the legs have formed, and I think they're very nice legs. Again, it's a 4-year-old, but it is a single barrel cask strength, so there was nothing added to this after it was aged, which I always appreciate, getting what's straight from the barrel.
Yep.
It's lovely. So we ready to taste it?
Yep. Cheers to Dueling Grounds. Let's go ahead and take a shot at this. Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, that nuttiness is really present. So is that 120.7 proof. My first sip of the day. He had a warm up. He tends to have a warm up, and I often forget to do that. But it's definitely nutty.
It is. I agree with you. It's a pecan. I get that corn. I get that sweetness. I get the wheat. It's got that craft element to it. That it's just a unique flavor profile and a really good one.
Oh yes, and for me, I'm getting like a pecan cluster thing. I love pecan flip overs. Some people call them turtles. The pecans that have the caramel. So I'm getting some caramel notes, and it's making me think of that. I'm not getting a chocolate, so I can't say it's that, but the caramel and pecan together, a little bit of sea salt, it's just like the perfect balance.
I'm getting the chocolate
on the back
as it's heading toward the back. Not quite the back, but getting it there.
It is just really, it's got a great mouthfeel as well, which was hinted with those great legs that we saw in the beginning, but it's got a great mouthfeel. We love all the stuff they do. They also do a small batch. And I said before, they have the special reserves that they do for these single barrels for special events, and those are red labels. So if you see a bright blue label, that's usually their small batch. This cream colored label is their single barrel, and then the red is their special ones. A little bit older, a little bit proofier typically. This is fantastic. We played with this bottle now for 2.5 years, and I'm shocked we have any left of it. This could be our second one of that, because we did buy 2 bottles of that day, but I think this might still be the first one.
I think it is. I don't think we've downed one of their bottles yet.
Yeah, because we think the bottle's pretty cool looking. It's got a wooden cork, which is lovely. It's got the little gun, the little dueling pistols on there. So this will probably be a bottle that we save. If not
we have some friends coming to town, and we probably will have to pour it for them. I'll be curious. I know they've never had it.
I just love the nose on this. It's very inviting, and the nose does not, it is not off-putting for 120.7 proof. It is not sending you, I'm sorry, it's 120.8 proof. I want to get that right, but I can put my nose right in there. It doesn't bother my nose at all.
Well, I will tell you, I think this drink's hotter than the proof.
Really?
Yeah. I think if I was guessing, I would probably say 125 to 130. It's got a little kick to it.
Wow. And
yeah.
I didn't even have a drink today, so I'm surprised that I'm not feeling that. I feel it's right about its proof. I think this is a great bottle. If you've not been down there, you need to go visit them. And they also, we didn't do it that day, but they have a pretty amazing pizza kitchen. Mm-hmm. They are known for their pizza. And we saw people just come in getting, like, people that live in the town are coming there to get pizza. They're not even coming to the distillery for a drink or anything. And we didn't do it that day because we went into town to have dinner at a little Italian restaurant with our friends. But if we'd just been doing regular trail things that day, we probably would have gotten one of their pizzas. So it's one of those great stops where you can get something to eat. Sometimes on the trail, you're in the middle of nowhere and it's challenging to find a place to get a bite to eat. But their pizza is highly regarded. And I would say on our next visit, we will probably try out their pizza. So
I would actually be tempted to try to stay up in the area and just go up there and spend the night, because we could mosey our way back. But
and the closest more populated area there is Bowling Green is very close. So I know a lot of people are familiar with Bowling Green. I think it's a great place. I highly recommend that you go visit them. It's a great stop on the Bourbon Trail. They make some great whiskey. And if you have someone in your party who's not a bourbon fan, they have some terrific moonshines as well. We bought one for my mom that day, and then we also got one for us. I noticed in the pictures when I was going through after we had gotten home from the trip that we got like a lemonade one, and I don't think we've ever opened it. I think we got it with the intention of putting it in tea or doing some other kind of lemon thing with it. So it wasn't until I was actually looking at the pictures, I'm like, we need to find that bottle.
It must be in a box, because I have my moonshine out in a cabinet, and I don't recall that being in there. Maybe, who knows? Maybe it is. I'll have to check it later.
Yeah. So, yeah, highly recommend making this stop. Go see our friends at Dueling Grounds. They do great work, and it's a fun stop, and you won't regret it.
You'll get a bang out of the place. I'll say that. So cheers to you at Dueling Grounds. I hope you like what we do. If you do, hit the subscribe button. Always remember, drink responsibly. And for today, drink some Dueling Grounds. Cheers.
Cheers.